It is cold in the garage today. 19 degrees out here. Too cold to be working on these outside. Quick update. This isn't what the video is about, but taking a break from this. I'll do a video on it at some point, but I just got an electric fuel pump in that. You can't see, but it's back in there, and all new fuel lines. It runs real good. Give it a light sand. Otherwise, it looks like they put joint compound on there, which looks like shit. Give it a light sand. If it was just a little rusty, I'd probably just clear it, but I can't let it go like that. Put this back together. Gear oil change. Rebuilt starter, new solenoid. All the wiring, it's been hacked, but not by me. But anyway, that's not what this story is about. Today we're going to talk about separating your metal, preparing it. Since it's really cold out, I've been sitting on a bucket full of copper, a little bit of aluminum, and some brass. I figured I'd show you how I do it. You don't need much, but you get more money if you separate it. So basically, you take, your pipe with your fitting and put it in the vise, heat it up. Pair of pliers, whatever size you need. I like MAP gas because it gets nice and hot, quick, and you pop them out. Now, will I get less because it's got some lead solder on it, and I'm sure that's lead. This is old pipe. This is even thicker than what the new water pipe is. I have a piece over there, but it's hard to find. But they've gone, like everything else, thinner. Almost a shame, but what are you gonna do? So that's all my copper. There's a little more in here, but I think that's all. There's no fittings left. And then I got some decent brass. These are some fittings that were on the copper. Someone went to a lot of time making these all up. And this is a sump pump base. These are the tubes for both of them. This one is, fairly thick brass. This one, well, I don't know what schedule this is, but this is some thick stuff. That's heavy. It's probably a 6-pound piece, I bet, right there. It almost looks like copper, but it's not. It's brass. All this is brass. And when you buy a sump pump, that's what you got. Something that when they made it, they put some pride into. It's all in the casting in here, and that's a small one. This is a bigger one right here. This one is probably 15 pounds. I gotta figure out how to get that steel out. As you can see, all those bolts are gone from sitting in water for 40 years. These came from my church. They had them for the junk man, so I scooped them up. Let me see if I can knock it loose. But that's what you bought. That's what you got when you got a sump pump till about 25, 30 years ago. And now, that's the float for it, and that's solid copper. Now what you get is one of these. I suppose you can still get a really good one, but and these aren't cheap either. That was cost me 115 bucks. It is made in the USA, which is good. But look at how thick that is. Anyway, so that's how I prepare this stuff. Don't be stupid and do it where you can burn your house down. I got solder falling on the ground. It goes pretty quick. Got a little bit of aluminum. There's a little more in there. But like I said, I've been tripping over this stuff for a while. I might cash it in tomorrow. Try to do this stuff when I'm not mowing lawns. And, a little extra cash. The saws. That one's on eBay right now. And then this one I'm going to be starting to build for myself. And the tractor for my dad. Still got the plow on mine. So, and I'm doing a lot to my truck. So I got a lot going on. Finally plumbed in some air over that hose reel that I've had forever. had a little bit of time. But I'm gonna see if I can knock this out. That's a stainless steel shaft. The other piece is right there. I kept it. But the cleaner you can get it, the more you'll get, because these guys at the scrapyard, you know, they're happy for you to bring it in, like air conditioners and stuff like that. They love it if you just bring them in whole, because they're gonna take it apart. But anyway, get yourself some money. You know, look at the past, how things used to be. A little bit of history right there for you. Kind of a shame, but what are you gonna do?